everybody, welcome to the community. Excited you're here. Bigme sent me over a device for us to go ahead and take a look at. 7-inch device. Was sent this. I did not purchase this. As you know, most of the devices I do purchase. This one was actually sent to me. Thanks, Bigme. So we're going to give it a shot for a month or so, utilize it, see if it works. Pretty inexpensive device. I think $230 US as I'm recording this, plus an 8% discount. I will give you their link down below, which gives you some additional money off from Bigme. But let's take a look at this thing. Let's get it unboxed and take a look at it. First thing we're going to do is take a look. It comes from China, obviously. So as we get into this, DHL is usually who sends these devices. Books, I believe, comes DHL also. So they sent it over. Again, review device. So when I'm done with it, we'll see what we're going to do with it. Little box. I'm not typically a big fan of smaller devices. You know, as you know, we typically use the Remarkable or the Tab X, Books Tab X, which is a bigger device. Packed pretty nice. You can see they got it in the wrapping really good here. And we'll get this out real quick. Boy, it is packed nice. Good job, Bigme. Way to do this. The marketing team over there has really done some work. Somebody put some work into this. All right, so we have the little box, okay, which is pretty cool. 7-inch. You can see this. This is the J.R. Reed Bigme B751C. Bigme 751C. 7-inch small tablet. And again, we'll get into some of the specs when I take it out afterwards and we try it. Just for you. Nice little box here. Again, not bad for the price point. You're talking a couple $100 for the price point here. So let's get into this right now. You have 2 boxes that it comes with. Pretty nice boxes. One is a case. Okay, let's get the case. Let's do the feel test first. Okay, we'll get this out. Case. Plastic on the back. Decent on the front. I mean, it's definitely got the plasticky feel. Doesn't have that leather, nice leather feel. But hey, you know, $200, you get what you pay for. But decent case. I mean, kind of reminds me like the Kindle, right? So then we get into the device. Here we go. It's got some notes on it. Let's take it out. What does it say? It says the power button's here. The speaker is here. These are the page turning buttons, the indicator light, Type-C interface, which is nice. There is a microphone on it. I don't think there's a camera on it. Okay, so we've got that, and here we have the stylus, and let's pull this out, and it's a typical stylus. Let me get a feel for it. Not too bad, feels okay. Kind of medium thickness, but decent. Okay, not a bad stylus there. And then we have in here, let's see what we got. We have, feels like a deck of cards. We have a book, okay, which has got some QR codes to more instructions. And I think you probably have some nibs in here. Let's see, you have nibs. Yep, we always got to have nibs. The nib collector I am. We've got some nibs. And then a USB Type A to Type C here cable that you have for charging. So let's see, let's just fire it up for the first time and see what happens. You know me, I like stuff to work right out of the box. So let's just take this paper off. And again, thanks Bigme for sending this over. I will give you an honest review. I'm pretty rough on software, as you know. I like stuff just to work. Single device kind of person, but a little heavy, but kind of a cool Kindle-like device. The color is not bad. I think the power button was right here. Let's just go ahead and put it up here. And it's coming. They call it the creator of Color Ink and AI Note. So I believe it's getting going. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, the color is always a little faded. Sticks right in here in the case, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and get it going. Okay, there it goes. There we go. We're getting started. We got A, B, C, B, I, G. That's kind of a cool little graphic there. Let's straighten that out. Okay, so here we are. We got the Bigme creator of Color Ink starting up. Light comes on. Not bad as far as you can see. You can even see it in the camera there. We've got a 83% battery life. Let's just click English here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's agree to their privacy policy. Let's skip and go right to it. Scan your card. Okay, confirm. They got a nice little how they can contact us. And here we go. So we have a little bit of a guide here. I'm just going to do an initial note, and then I'm going to work to bring in our morning coach planner and see how that works, and we'll come back down here. But right now, let's just look at a note here. Let's just go to a regular note and go ahead and click a new note here. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not too bad. It has the the typical kind of layout of things. Let's test this. This is not too much lag. I mean, not a bad little device here. I mean, if you're looking for something fast and easy to use, this isn't too bad. I want to know in the comments down below if you have this device, please, especially if you're reading comics on it and stuff. I think it'll work out a little bit better for you. That's where I could use it. Is like use it with comics and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. Okay, so this is how you load. So I'm going to go up and load a few things, and we'll continue the video in a minute. We have Wi-Fi import. We've got an app center. Again, you know me, when we get a lot of this stuff going on, it kind of can get a little too bulky when we get too much stuff. Let's take a look at their task list. This could be cool. So here we go. Let's create a new task. This is kind of cool little thing. Let's put in right. Let's see, undo, autofill, right. Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go, right. Had to get the keyboard up. Oh, here, duh. Let's go back. And see, I love doing this because then you see, like here, right. Let me get rid of that keyboard. Right, book. See if I can get my handwriting, okay. And let's see, how does this work? They have the dial of death, these little circle things that always drive me nuts. I'll have to play with it a little bit. Oh, OCR. Let's see if that works. Okay, there we go. Handwriting recognition. Let's see what happens. It's working. It might need to be hooked up to the internet, I would assume, for this to happen. Right book. Cover. Hey, that didn't do too bad. There it is. Okay, so that worked pretty good. All right, we're going to hit click save. All right, let me go get the planner loaded up on this. We'll be back in a minute. I'm going to play with it a little bit, put some books on it, maybe put the Kindle on it and see. I think what most people are going to use this for is a primary, a reader, and a little bit of a note taker. Maybe you're a student, you want to spend a couple $100 as a secondary device to your iPad or your Samsung tablet. This might be a nice little device to take with you, carry with you. It's inexpensive at a couple $100. That's what I see. So can it work? My planner, it's going to be a little small for that, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on there, see how it works with Interactive Planner, because that's how I would use it. And we'll try a couple other pieces of functionality, kind of do a quick review of this device. Again, for the price, it's very inexpensive, so that's what it's got going for it more than anything. It's color, and it's not too bad writing on, but we're going to do a little bit more extensive stuff once I get the planner on it. So let's go get that done, and I'll see you back in here. Okay, back again. A few minor issues. I was having some trouble getting the planner on here, but let me tell you, I'm not going to be planning on this. I mean, it's just too small. It's our planner that we give away at Morning Coach. This is just a little too small. So it's just a kind of a negative of the device, but it's a small device. You know what you're getting when you're getting this. I made an error on the pricing. It's $269 with the stylus and this case. The case is pretty good, but it has that movement, you know what I mean, that you get sometimes. Let me put it under here, where you get that kind of slight movement because it is a little plasticky here. That's kind of a negative to it. But, again, you're paying $269 US for this device. The note-taking works pretty good for it. I think that's where I would be obviously working with it. You've got some colors here. I don't know if the ink color is there yet, but at least it gives you some ability. The writing style is okay, not too much lag. That all works well. It's got the Kaleido 3 screen. Again, you're paying $269. Not horrible here. As far as the navigation, it works pretty good. Again, I was having a little trouble getting my planner on here because I couldn't get the app in the App Store for iOS. That was a little weird. Again, I'm going to try this for a month. I'll keep trying it and see. Just first take, that was a little strange. Getting in here as far as the App Center, the Kindle works pretty good. Got a book in here, and we'll just go ahead and flip through that. And I think you can kind of see that here's the Kindle version, and it's a decent reader. I mean, it's decent to read. You make it a little bigger there as I did. The navigation's pretty intuitive. It works pretty well. I'd love to hear in the comments from you if you're a comic book reader. would you, this could be really good for you. I think that's where these type of devices work. I am not a big color guy. I just don't really have a use case for it right now. I can see how you could highlight and color and stuff like that, but I don't use any of that. I still am black and white, so it works for me. But I would like to hear from you on that. Otherwise, it works. I mean, the navigation works. If you want to get into all this, all these different apps, you can. That's not just something that I would do. I have my iPad here for that. That's what I would use it for. What do I like about it? I really do like the size. I mean, look at this sucker. It is tiny. I mean, you could almost fit this in your pocket. The issue with that is, would I carry my phone instead of this? I mean, Bigme makes some decent products. They're inexpensive. You can get this and utilize it, and it's tiny. It's very light. I mean, you could just carry this everywhere, and if you got to take some quick notes, you could take some quick notes. You do have a microphone on it, which is really good. You could throw this in your pocket. I'm going to use it for a couple days and see, or a couple weeks, and see if I can use it. Again, like I said, I wouldn't put my planner on here. Part of the reason is it's too small. But it is kind of cool to have a color device. I got the original Books color. I still have that. But I didn't find myself using it much. As a reader, it is pretty comfortable. It's not too heavy. Kind of reminds me of a Kindle, right? It's about the same size as a Kindle. But you're getting a little bit of functionality there. I would probably put it up in the Kindle Scribe category, but you're getting color here, which is nice. Want to love it, but it's just, again, there's so much competitiveness in this e-ink world that it's not like I would run out and buy this. I have no real need for it. But it is something that maybe you want to add to your library if you're a junkie like me. For a couple $100, $269 at this time with an 8% discount, you're going to be good. It's actually on. It says it's on out of stock here. Let me see if the device only. There's 13 in stock there, but with the stylus, it's saying it's out of stock. So you'll have to give it a shot and see if you want to order it. But a good device. I'm going to keep it and use it for a little while. I put it in that category of, it's with a bunch of my other devices that obviously I'm not picking up every day and using because I'm still a Remarkable 2 guy. I love my Remarkable 2. I'm working with Books where hopefully they're going to get their 10.3 device going up there. I think you could compete a little bit better, but a cool device. And if you have this, especially some of my younger viewers, I'd like to know this could be a really good comic book reader. And if somebody's using it as that, please let me know. And if you're using it, let me know in the comments. And of course, let me know if you'd like me to test something. And a big question is this something you would even look at buying? I'd like to know. So, if it is, then I'll get into it a little bit more and get into it deeper. But, or are you looking at another device? What would you like me to review? Would love to hear that in the comments below because typically I buy a lot of these devices and would love to hear from you. So, hey, just a quick one here. I unboxed it. I wanted to start using it. I've had it for about an hour, opened it up, and it's not horrible. I'm going to tell you that. And usually a lot of these devices, the software, I'm just like, I'm out. I was able to put the Kindle on it pretty quick, having some issues moving files. I tried to do the Android file transfer. I tried to do the iCloud into my iOS. It didn't work, so I couldn't get my file on there. Obviously there's probably a little bit to it. I got to figure that out. But other than that, pretty intuitive. The reader works pretty good little device. You've got the color with it, which is nice. And the price point isn't horrible. You're at $269 with the case and stylus, and device only at $229. So what are your thoughts down below? Do you use it for comics? Is this something that you would even actually buy? And what devices would you like me to review so that we can get some comparisons and help you with certain things? All right, so the Bigme here. Bigme color, little 7-inch device. It is the Bigme 7-inch B751C. All right, what are your thoughts?